What's up, Jivan, back with another video. Today I'm going to be giving you a full guide on how I got better at W King and how you can too. Throughout this video you're going to be seeing 2 games, a 19 kill dub, and then right after that I got a 17 kill dub. Main thing I want to say right off the bat is you should be paying attention to how I end fights fast. That's one of the biggest things to getting better at W King, is being able to end the fight fast and move on to another one quickly. Now before we get into this full guide, please consider using code JivanTV, or at least use somebody's code in the item shop. It helps us out a ton. Now let's get started. So the first step to being able to W key efficiently is getting your mechanics correct. This means you need to have good building, good editing, good piece control, and good aim. The way I recommend going about this is practice a ton in creative. I'm going to have a bunch of creative maps listed in the description for you to get better at mechanics. And then after that, you need to have a lot of fighting practice, and the best way to get fighting practice is to 1v1 a bunch of people in creative. This includes box fights, build fights, realistics. You want to make sure you're going up against good players and getting that practice. The best way to do this is going into scrim discords and then go to the looking for players section and just 1v1 people from there. If you don't know how to find a scrim server for your region, all you need to do is type in Google Fortnite scrim server, NA East, NA West, whatever your server is, and then you should find a bunch. So I don't want to waste most of this video talking about creative because I've done it before, but just know if you're struggling to win fights in arena, go back to step 1 of this video, which is practicing in creative. I practice my aim every single day, and if my builds and edits ever feel a little bit slow, I just go into creative and practice them for a bit. But I spent so much time in creative throughout the days that I don't really need to practice much in there anymore, but you might need to. So now that we covered that, let's hop into what you should actually be doing in arena. I don't know why I sounded so aggressive there. You gotta be aggressive to W key, that's why. Rawr. Now first thing I wanna say is if you're not even in Champs Division yet in arena, you shouldn't be thinking about W keying yet. Focus on getting to Champs first. And if you're in Champs Division but you're struggling to gain arena points, take it back a notch. Let me tell you what you should be doing. If that describes you, don't full on W key yet, but start adding more and more fights to your gameplay slowly. So for example, if you're getting like 3 or 4 kills a game, try to take more like 6 or 7 fights. Slowly increase it week by week until you can get up to like 10 kill wins, 15 kill wins, and more. One thing that a lot of people don't understand is that you don't need to land at the hottest spot on the map to be able to W key. So if you're still new to W King, land somewhere a little bit safer that you're really comfortable with, and then once you get your loot good, then W key. This will help you be able to gain arena points faster while also taking more fights. It'll be a nice transition. If you just go straight to Pleasant Park and start hot dropping every single game, you're going to be losing arena points because that's one big massive 50-50, meaning you're not going to survive a lot. And one of the most important things to gaining arena points is surviving off spawn. So just take my advice, slowly increase the amount of fights you're taking until you can run through lobbies fast. Last thing I want to say, if you're at the stage where you're either stuck in contenders or stuck at a certain amount of arena points, here's 2 videos you should watch. Watch my How to Win Arena Games Beginner to Pro Guide, and watch my Ranking Drop Spots video. Those 2 videos will help you out tremendously. And lastly, make sure you're keeping up on my fighting guides, because obviously fighting is the most important part to W King. Okay, so now the part of the video that you're probably waiting for: how do you W key, how do you end fights fast, how do you get more kills? Once you have your piece control good, your aim good, everything, you're ready to go. So one of the biggest skills needed to be able to W key and drop the highest amount of kills possible is being able to find players. Notice how I ran out of the safe zone into the place where I knew people were rotating from. Because the zone is pushing people in from this side, I know I can find people there. That's why I ran out into the storm area here. I'm trying to get the jump on people and find as many people as I can. Notice how I got this guy absolutely lasered, and then I just get in on him. Knowing when to psycho is also important. Since I knew this guy was weak, I knew I could get up in his face and not worry about losing this 50-50. One of the most important things with W King is pushing correctly. If somebody's based up, you need to think about what's the safest way to push. Like here, I edited this ramp so I had cover and I could reset the ramp if he edits on me. I'm always thinking about how I can have right-hand peeks and push safely. And I'm also making sure that I'm never overconfident. There's a difference between being confident and overconfident. Being overconfident includes fighting while weak, like taking a 50-50 when you don't have a health advantage, just basically playing not smart because you have too much ego. You gotta try to avoid that, and it's hard to do while W King, trying to stay smart while psychoing everybody you see. but it's important because you're gonna die a lot more if you're overconfident. So right here in this fight, initially I just pushed right up to his wall trying to take it, but then look how I push here. Notice how I'm positioned to the left side of his box? By doing this, it gives me a right-hand peek. If he edits on me, I can move to the left and I'll have a right-hand peek and they won't be able to kill me. But here I'm just able to take all of their walls thanks to 0 ping. I know a lot of you guys don't have 0 ping, so I'm gonna try to make another one of these videos, but for high ping players. W keying well on 60 ping per se. So right here, I'm able to get the jump on this player and they hit a fat pump on me. Even though I hit them for a lot, I'm not going to keep psychoing because I don't want to be overconfident. Say they hit another good pump on me, I'm dead and my game's over. So I just take my time to heal up before pushing again. This player was playing way back in their builds. They had a whole entire base set up. Honestly, I probably should have just found another player to push because I fought this player for so long that I missed out on the 20 bomb opportunity. I just kept having to waste my heals, reposition, restart the fight. It was taking forever. But right here, I'm able to get a big shot on them, and at this point, that's when I start to psycho. They didn't hit me at all, so I have 200 health, and I know they have cracked shield. So I'm just pushing and pushing until I'm finally able to pick that up. Now, right here was the saddest part of the game. I was playing this so well. You know, I was staying on the front edge of this player. He had his back to the storm, and I was holding him against the storm trying to get this kill. But right here, the dang third party would not stop spraying at us, and the third party sprayed away this kill from me. I was so mad, dude. This guy had been spraying like probably 10 clips at us during this fight. And so once he stole my kill, I literally just cranked up to him and clapped his cheeks because I was so mad. After that, it's just a 1v1, and I knew I had this win. I was trying to clip him, and I wasted like all my mats trying to edit course this person. But eventually I pick up the kill. Now let's go on to the next game. I'm going to be giving some good pointers on how to find people fast throughout this game. So I landed at Holly during this game, and there was only one person here, so I just wanted to end that fast and rotate as quick as possible. As soon as I get that kill, I get in the car and I go over to Burger Head over here. This is a good push to make because if I can win the fight at Burger, I'll have a purple shoddy and I'll be able to push everybody I want with confidence. So when I'm in a fight like this, I'm just focusing all my energy on the other player. I'm not worrying about third parties. I'm just pretending like I'm in creative, doing like a realistic fight or a build fight. Eventually we trade shots, and because he has the spaz, I'm playing safe. I go and heal up, and then we restart the fight. One of the most important things is just moving around fast, trying to get different angles, and always setting up right-hand peaks. The best W keyers never mess up their peaks. Like if I'm piece controlling them, I'm not exposing myself. That's one of the hardest skills to build, is just not giving the other person an opportunity to shoot you. Because if they don't have an opportunity to shoot you, you can't lose the fight. So now this is one of the biggest ways to find people fast. I get a tire and I throw it on a Lambo. Lambos are the fastest movement in the game. I can zoom around the map and find every single player in seconds. And once you get a Lambo, it's all about ending fights fast so you can hop back in the Lambo and find another player. I high-key just ran through this kid, oh my gosh. After that, I just hop back in my Lambo and try to find more people. I roll up on this fight and they're way up in the air, so I shoot it out. Once they're on my lair, I just start box fighting all of them, trying to get angles. When I'm taking this shot from above, notice how the enemy hugs the wall, so it's really hard for me to see him. So I just try to get a different angle. Eventually I drop down in his box and this was perfect. I hit him for so much, but he slipped out and there were just so many people rolling up here. So I'm gonna skip ahead in the fight because this went on for a while. Only because there were so many people and everyone was playing so safe. That ramp phase trick right there is the most useful move in the game, I swear to God. Just being able to slip that ramp in their box literally gives you so much control in a fight. And I've had people commenting saying you can't do this on high ping, but that is not true. I was doing it on 250 ping the other day. I was playing on Asia servers, Oceania. I could do it on every single server and it would help me get kills on 200 ping. I'm telling you, it's the best move. Anyways, so I end up psychoing in on this guy because I hit him for 100 earlier and I figured he wouldn't have been able to heal too much. Also, this fight had been going on forever, so I just decided to get in. Right away, somebody else is building up to me. This fight was nuts, honestly. There were so many people. The way I won this fight was just by getting different angles so fast, knowing which builds are mine, and just moving around so that the opponent kind of lost track of me. I also try to bait a lot of pre-fires, get them to edit by pulling out my pickaxe and then pulling out my shotgun again. But in the end, as you can see here, I just get an angle from above when they least expect it. And then literally right away, somebody else is on me. So I immediately just start build fighting them. At this point, I'm in flow state. Notice how I'm trying to confuse the opponent in this fight. I'm placing ramps on different walls to make them think I'm going to push that wall, and I'm just trying to surprise them from angles they don't expect. If you can do this at a fast pace and confidently, you'll probably win a lot more fights. And one of the most important things to note is I am keeping the pressure on heavy. Right there I could have phased into his box, but I juked him out and made him think I was going to. And then I just end this fight with a 50-50 when they least expect it, but I was ready for it. I had my gun out and I won that. Now this next fight is much more typical. I didn't have 5 people on me, so I was chilling. I just fought this player confidently. I saw an opportunity to break them out, and I tried to get them to land in my box. If you can break somebody out, a lot of times they're not going to know what to do, other than try to crank again. But if you can get right in their face when they're landing, a lot of times you'll be able to finish the fight if you hit your shots. I missed my pump, but my AR aim is just too good. Right here is such a good play that I do all the time. I get a ramp into their box. I could have used the Noah Riley trick, but I didn't. I just placed a ramp in their box and then pre-boxed them out the side and finished the fight fast. When you get something in somebody's box, they immediately rebox out a side, so you can try to predict them. If you can get good at that, that's the fastest way to end a fight. This was almost the nastiest clip, oh my gosh. Watching this back is just making me realize how fast I've been improving. So in this fight, I do a really cool trick that works on a lot of people. Notice how I place the ramp behind me, giving me the opportunity to phase into their box and take a 50-50. So they think I'm gonna jump in their box, but instead I just go for their walls. They're trying to get ready to shoot me when I jump in their box, but instead I go for their wall. It throws them off a lot of times and it'll give you opportunities to take their wall. Now here's another good example of how I push boxes. I use that ramp as cover. If they edit on me, I can reset the ramp. But in the end, this fight just comes down to me being able to take this person's wall. If you're in the other person's shoes, you're on high ping, don't just stand there and hold a wall, try to escape. After that, somebody else pushes up and I'm just trying to get ready to fight them, but there's a lot of third parties spraying at us. So I wasn't able to get this kill. I was trying to get them to edit on me so I could pre-fire them. I actually do get them to edit on me, but I missed the pre-fire, so I'm just keeping the pressure on this wall. But then this happens. Like, why would you run a boat into me here? I'm so confused. So I just gotta chill and heal up here. This is one of those situations where you shouldn't get overconfident. Then this game got shambles because the storm was here. I didn't want to get stuck out there, so I start working my way ahead. Somebody's psychoing me from above, so I just am blocking off my angles, using basically all my mats to try to get in. Once we get in here, I'm just trying to kill this player as fast as possible because I'm shambles on mats and I need to get this kill, otherwise I'm probably gonna die. I played this fight really well for the situation I was in. As you'll see right here, I get this hit on the player but immediately get sprayed from behind. Like, what are the odds, man? So I'm down to 1 build, I'm healing up, I'm so shambles. I get this peek on the ramp, that way if the player ramps up to me, I'll be able to get a shot on them. Sure enough, I was able to barely pick up that kill, but then I get pushed by this player down here and the storm is about to push in again. Things are not looking good, but I play this fight so well. Once I got weak, I just got my heels on, the storm is pushing into us, and so I used the storm to my advantage. The other player is more towards the back edge of zone, so I set up this trap. Once they come through, I'm able to get a shot, but I didn't get the kill until I started dropping down. I didn't realize they were that weak, so I wasn't able to get the loot. So I have no builds, I'm just healing up in here, trying to get ready for somebody to come up to me. Sure enough, somebody does, and I make a 0 mats clutch. At this point, there's only 4 other players, so I'm just trying to secure the dub. At this point in the game, if you're gonna fight, you're gonna get sprayed at if there's other people camping. But I was feeling confident and I wanted to push this guy to secure the dub because if I could kill this player, I would have everything I need. Sure enough, I was able to clap them while protecting myself from the sprayers. Then somebody rotates right beneath me and they're just trying to protect themselves and get to zone, so I just try to jump on them. Once I got the big hit, I knew I had a major health advantage, so I just psycho in. And then after that, it's just a free win. Anyways, hopefully this video helps you guys out. Like I said before, once you have those basics down, the piece control, the aim, the building, you pretty much have everything you need. You just need to start adding more fights to your game. You may want to start out small, try adding 1 or 2 more fights and then 3 or 4 more fights than your usual games, but then work your way up to these really high kill wins. Hopefully this video helped you out. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, use code JivanTV in the item shop, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.